Hey again, back with another video on a sunny day in London. Reviewing the Mate X again. And you get that. Trusty little mate is enjoying this one. Pretty good. I said I was going to make another video, see what changes I've made to the bike so far. Made quite a few actually. Let's have a look. So far I've changed. Now let's see if I can get the whole bike in without my shadow blocking it. Okay, we'll start from the front. Have a little walk around first and see how the bike has turned out since I got it. Well, let's start from the front, shall we? In the front, well, firstly, couldn't stand those grip shifters, so I put a thumb shifter on there. Very nice. And sometimes I run out of battery, so I added a bell. I took care of that a different way. We'll talk about that in a minute. Never mind the both gear shifts being on the same side. I just injured my arm, so as a result I keep both shifters on the same side. That's not a mod most people are going to need. What else did I do? Added climbing bars, rubberized climbing bars, because you don't want the handlebar slipping out of your arm when you're accelerating, especially when it's raining, because that's happened to me before. I had a plastic covered climbing bars and they slipped out of my hands, almost crashed. So you don't want that. Couldn't stand the shocks, they were too spongy, so I changed them. We've got shocks that have lockout, incremental lockout. Do them individually. And it's an air fork, so you can adjust the amount of air in it with a pump, which is nice. Did add the front light, I'm not sure if it was there last time. And what else have I added? Added fog lights, because normally when I'm riding at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's foggy in London. Covered the decals up. I didn't like that massive Mate X written across it. It just seemed a bit, Anyway, and when I was going on long rides, I was finding I was running out of battery, which was annoying. Nobody only wants to do about 30 miles if you're going at a decent speed anyway. So I got another 17.5 amp hour battery, put the rack on, and I carry it in the bag. So when I run out of the first battery, I just swap them over. I know some people have connected up their batteries to make sure they have both running at the same time, but I decided against that because of the whole waterproofing issue and in winter being salt on the ground. Couldn't deal with that. So I decided I would just get another battery and put it in the bag, which I did, which was nice. The bike ride's smooth. Always another thing, always get a keychain kind of thing with a D-lock, so you can just clip it onto your key bunch without having to worry about it. I got 2 keys on there simply because I got 2 different batteries. Each one has a different key. Changed the sprocket, the cog, whatever you call it, because that cog was a bit too flimsy and would bend so easily. Well, actually I got a bigger cog for the bike, a 58 tooth cog, but I decided to put that on my Brompton, and I put the 54 tooth Brompton cog on my Mate X, and it's worked out great so far. Rather than change the rear cog, what I decided to, rather than get a big cog on the front, they decided to simply change the rear cog to a smaller ratio, because the ratio that comes with Mate X, I believe, is 14:32, 14 being the smallest cog, 32 being the largest. I swapped it out for an 11:34. And luckily, because it's 34, it's only 2 cogs, 2 teeth larger. I didn't need to change the derailleur, which was nice. I think I could use the same setup. Also changed the rear shock. Got a DNM, which is also an air compression fork, which you adjust with a high chamber on the upper side and the lower chamber on the other side, and it's also got a lockout, which is nice. What else? Other than that, my Mate X is pretty much the same as everyone else's. Just a few minor changes. Still got the horn on there because I added the bell. Still got the horn in there, and I got the turn signals. But I tend to put this bag up here when I'm riding, so I can use it for GPS if I'm going long distance, which is a bit better. I leave it down there normally when I'm just going to work because it's out of the way and such. But long distance ride, I change it up. The tires. Kept getting flat tires, and getting a flat tire at 1 o'clock in the morning when you're coming home from work is really annoying. So I checked on the site, on a motorcycle website, and found that there are motorcycle tires, well, dirt bike tires, or hybrid dirt bike tires that actually fit the Mate X rim. So I put a motorbike tire on there. It's a bit heavier, you juice the battery a little faster, but for the most part you don't get punctures. Hey, which is pretty good. And I'm pretty much liking the bike now. It's pretty much does what I want. I use it as my second car, so to speak, and I found I use it a lot more often than I do my actual car, which is good, being e-bike ready and such. I still have the little light on the bottom, and I put the connected light on the seat post. Just use the, use the reflector mount it on there, drilled a couple of holes in it, and it's screwed right in, which is nice. And you still have it cabled up. Just take a piece of inner tube and strap the cable so it doesn't pull out or detach in any way. But for the most part, I'm liking the bike. So very good, very good. Well, this is just a short video, a brief video about the Mate X and how I managed to revamp it, because it does what I need now. Used it all winter, used it in the snow, and it pretty much worked. Well, just a brief video. Catch you all in a few.